Hello and welcome back. In the previous video, we compared Co-work with Claude AI and Claude Code to understand where it fits in the ecosystem. Now, the next important question is, who is Co-work actually built for? Because not every AI tool is meant for every kind of user, and Co-work becomes most valuable when the work pattern is the right fit. At a high level, Co-work is built for people who do real digital work, not just chat with AI. It is especially useful for users dealing with repetitive, messy, or multi-step tasks across files, apps, and connected tools. And the good part is you do not need to know coding to use it, but you do need to know how to describe the task clearly. The best way to identify a good co-work user is not just by job title, but by work pattern. If your work is repetitive, multi-step file heavy, coordination heavy, or spread across tools, co-work starts becoming very relevant. A simple test is this. If you often feel that a task repeats every week and still takes too long, that is usually a strong signal. Operation managers are one of the strongest fits for co-work. Their work often involves recurring coordination, updates, file handling, and communication-heavy tasks. Things like weekly reports, inbox triage, follow-up summaries, and file cleanup may sound small individually, but together they take a lot of time. That is exactly the kind of workload co-work can help reduce. Content creators and marketers may sit in different roles, but co-work supports both in very practical ways. For content creators, it can reduce the overhead around research, asset organization, and even video workflows through plugins and connectors. So, it is not just helping with ideas, but also with the production of support around the content. For marketeers, co-work is useful for campaign execution tasks that often repeat across tools, things like preparing briefs, drafting outreach, organizing reports, or automating parts of campaign workflows based on their needs. So, the value here is not only speed, but also smoother execution across content and marketing operations. Analysts and researchers. They are a strong fit for co-work because their work is often document heavy, synthesis heavy, and repeated across similar formats. Co-work can help read files, compare reports, extract key insights, and prepare structured summaries more efficiently. But one more important advantage is the use of skills. Instead of writing the same instructions again and again to different LLMs for how a summary should be framed, analysts can use skills to standardize that output. That means the insights can be delivered more consistently and more accurately, and in the format different stakeholders actually need. So, co-work is not just helping with the summarization, it is helping create repeatable stakeholder-ready research workflows. This group often faces the same core challenge. Too many small but important tasks competing for attention. Scheduling, follow-ups, organizing documents, and drafting updates may not feel strategic, but they constantly consume time. Co-work can be especially helpful here because it gives these users a way to delegate operational work without needing an extra person. Co-work is strongest in a very specific zone. It beats manual work when the task is repetitive and taking too much time. It can be better than Zapier-style automation when the workflow is not fixed and needs judgment, synthesis, or file understanding. And compared to hiring a virtual assistant, it can be useful when the work is frequent, lightweight, and mostly digital. So, co-work works best in the gray zone between rigid automation and human delegation. One of the biggest advantages of co-work is that you do not need coding skills to use it effectively. You do not need to build scripts, connect APIs, or set up technical automation just to get value out of it. But that does not mean no skill is required. The real skill here is giving clear and complete instructions. And that starts even before prompting well. First, you need to define goal clearly. Then you need to explain what exactly you are trying to achieve. Provide the right context, mention any constraints, and make sure the output matches stakeholders' expectations. So, better you can frame the task, the better co-work can execute it. That is why better prompting does not just improve the answer, it improves the delegation itself. It is also important to understand what co-work is not. It is not a replacement for every human role, and it is not a magic tool for fully unsupervised complex work. It is also not a universal solution for every workflow. The right mindset is to see co-work as a strong execution assistant, not as a perfect autonomous worker for every scenario. So, who should use co-work? People and teams who deal with recurring digital work, operate across files and apps, and want no-code execution support. If your work is messy but repeatable, co-work is likely a strong fit. But if you only want casual chat or expect fully hands-off autonomy for everything, then co-work may not be the best choice. The key is not just liking AI, it is having the kind of work that benefits from delegation. That was our answer to who should use co-work. The key takeaway is that co-work is most valuable for people doing repetitive, multi-step digital work that can be clearly delegated. When the work pattern is the right fit, co-work becomes much more than just a chat tool. It becomes a practical execution partner. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.